What's up guys, my name is Brandon, you guys can call me Swifterrs, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video here on my channel. Today I am coming at you guys with a super exciting video because in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 unreleased items here in Fortnite. In today's video we are going to be taking a much closer look at a ton of things that are actually leaked in the Fortnite Battle Royale game files, however they have yet to officially be added to the game. This of course is going to include a ton of brand new cosmetics, skins, pickaxes, gliders, some emotes, and a couple of other things as well. Now of course, before we truly do get started with today's video, I do want you guys to let me know right now down in the comment section below, what is your guys' favorite gun to use here in the game? Personally, I love using the combat shotgun recently, so please be sure to let me know which gun you guys like using right now here in Fortnite. So guys, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with today's video, taking a look at the top 10 unreleased items here in Fortnite. Alrighty guys, so to go ahead and get started with today's video, the very first thing that is yet to actually be released here in Fortnite is a pretty interesting item. This is the Eye of the Storm tracker. Now for those of you who have been following my channel for a while, you guys may recall that I made a video about this when it was leaked in the game files a couple of months ago. Now the Eye of the Storm tracker, for those of you who don't know, was or is essentially an item that you guys could pick up off the ground. It would take up one of your 5 inventory spots, and the Eye of the Storm tracker would actually show you where the next few circles were going to be. Now, this item would have been super awesome because, as I said, once you pick it up, it actually shows you guys where all of the next storm circles are going to be, and with this item, you and your teammates could easily get some super awesome positioning when that storm circle does close in to the next circle. Unfortunately, the Eye of the Storm tracker was never actually released here in Fortnite, and a lot of people are wondering where the heck it went. So, moving on to the next unreleased item here in Fortnite, this is actually an emote. Here we have the Storm Salutation. Now as I said, this emote was leaked in the game files a pretty long time ago, and I think a lot of people were super excited for the Storm Salutation emote to officially come to Fortnite. However, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Epic Games completely scrapped this Storm Salutation emote, and they probably will never add it to the game. Now, I feel like the main reason the Storm Salutation emote wasn't actually added into Fortnite Battle Royale is because it's quite possible that Epic Games may have ran into some copyright issues, considering this emote can actually be found in a couple of other games. So, continuing on to the next unreleased item here in Fortnite, this is a pretty old skin. This is the K-pop. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the K-pop skin was leaked in the game files at the very tail end of Season 6 alongside the onesie skin, and a lot of people were under the assumption that the K-pop was actually going to be included in the Battle Pass of Season 7 alongside the onesie. However, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the K-pop skin was actually deemed a Korean-specific skin only available in Fortnite in Korea. Now, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, there is actually a skin available right now in Fortnite through a specific promotion being the Iconic skin, and of course the Iconic is basically just a reskin of the K-pop, and as I said, I really do not think that the K-pop skin is actually ever going to be coming to Fortnite available in the entire world because, as I said, I believe it is just a Korean specific skin. So, continuing on to our next unreleased item here in Fortnite, this is actually a pretty specific backbling that was leaked in the game files nearly 5 seasons ago. Here we have the Insignia. Now, as I said, we found this backbling in the game files as soon as Season 4 was released here in Fortnite. Now, of course, the Insignia is a super awesome black and gold shield, and I think a lot of people were super stoked to officially see the Insignia backbling come to Fortnite. Unfortunately, soon after we found it in the game files, it was later revealed to us that the Insignia backbling was only available in Fortnite China. That means the Insignia was exclusive to Fortnite China, and the only way to get it was to switch your game to the Chinese version. Now, in addition to the Insignia backbling, another unreleased item here in Fortnite is another backbling. This is the Penguin. Now, like the Insignia, the Penguin backbling was also leaked in the game files shortly after the release of Season 4, but similar to the Insignia, it was later found out that the Penguin was also exclusive to Fortnite China. Now, this is actually pretty unfortunate considering a lot of people were super excited for both the insignia and the penguin backbling to officially come to Fortnite, and it's pretty funny because, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Fortnite was recently banned in China because it was too violent of a game. So I'm really hoping that eventually Epic Games will decide to release both the insignia and the penguin backbling to everyone on Fortnite worldwide. So, continuing on to our next unreleased item here in Fortnite, this is another cosmetic item. Here we have the helium glider. Now, I actually made a video about the helium glider a pretty long time ago, and when I made that video, I had mentioned that it was an unreleased item still not in Fortnite. Here we are today making the video yet again, and the helium is still a glider that is yet to actually come to Fortnite. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this was leaked in the game files months and even seasons ago, and I'm honestly so surprised that people are still finding this glider in the game files considering it was leaked such a long time ago, and Epic Games has still yet to not actually release this glider in the item shop. Now, not only was the helium glider an unreleased glider in Fortnite, but we actually have another glider that was leaked at the exact same time that is still unreleased. This is the Rush. Now, personally, between both the Rush and the helium, I like the Rush a little bit more, but honestly, I really just stopped purchasing gliders in the item shop, considering you get a ton of gliders when it comes to the battle pass, and sometimes there are free special challenges for us to complete that oftentimes reward us with a glider. So if either of these gliders eventually did come to the item shop, I probably would not end up purchasing them. However, it's very, very weird because they are still currently found in the game files to this day, even though they were leaked months ago. It's just pretty interesting why Epic Games continues to have them in the game files after all of the most recent updates that we've had. However, they still have yet to actually add it to the game. So, moving on to the next unreleased item here in Fortnite, this is our final cosmetic item that should actually be available in the item shop or potentially in the battle pass. This is the Longhorn. Now, the Longhorn is a pretty cool looking pickaxe and very similar to the Rush and the helium gliders and even the K-pop and the insignia and penguin backbling. This is actually something that was leaked in the game files a very long time ago, and still to this day it can be found in the game files. However, we have yet to actually see Epic Games introduce the Longhorn pickaxe into either the item shop or into a battle pass. So, moving on to the 9th unreleased item here in Fortnite. This is our first of 2 weapons I wanted to talk about in today's video. This is the Flamethrower. Now, the Flamethrower was leaked in the game files a pretty long time ago, and I'm honestly surprised that Epic Games has still not added the Flamethrower into the game. Now, as you guys may recall, back in February of 2018, Epic Games introduced a crossbow item that did not actually consume any type of ammo. It had arrows and it had unlimited ammo. I thought it would have been super awesome if Epic Games introduced a flamethrower that also didn't consume any type of ammo, but instead had an unlimited supply that you needed to recharge. But of course, we still have yet to actually see the flamethrower added into the game, even though we do actually have some leaked game files and the coding does suggest that the flamethrower was supposed to be added into Fortnite. Moving on to the final unreleased item here in Fortnite that was leaked in the game files and our final weapon for today's video, this is the Stim gun. Now, for those of you who may be unfamiliar with what the Stim gun is, basically it is or was a gun that allowed you guys to shoot your down teammates and automatically revive them. This is huge, and I think a ton of people would love to see this item added into the game. Imagine, you guys are playing a game of duos or squads, and you guys are running in the open like my character is doing on screen right now, but your teammate is a little farther up ahead. Say he gets knocked by an enemy, if you had a Stim gun, you could shoot him from afar, and it would automatically revive him and maybe boost him up to 75 or 100 health. I think this is a super awesome item, and I'm honestly bummed that Epic Games has not actually released it here in Fortnite. So guys, there you have it. Those were the top 10 unreleased items here in Fortnite. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and feedback regarding all of those items in the comment section below. Regardless, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. With that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys later.